guys, welcome to a new video. So today's video is about Alberta Express Entry stream, which is one of the 4 streams under Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program, also called as AINP. We have already uploaded a video on Alberta Opportunity stream, which is specific to people who are on work permit, currently who have a full-time job offer in Alberta. In case you haven't watched it, we will add it in the video description. Also, you can see it in the I button. Now let's discuss about the eligibility for this program. So the first criteria is to have 67 points out of 100 on the Express Entry eligibility score, which is also the criteria for federal skilled worker category. We have discussed this in one of our videos, how you can find your eligibility. The link is in the description and in I button as well. Second criteria is to have active Express Entry profile. So basically you should have a profile in the federal system so that Alberta can nominate you. Now specifically for Alberta Express Entry stream, your profile should have a minimum validity of at least 5 months. So that means if your profile is about to expire in 5 months, you should have a new profile created. Now the third criteria is to have a minimum of 1 year work experience in the NOC code that supports Alberta economic development. So as we have mentioned in the last video where we talked about Alberta Opportunity stream, there is no official list of the NOC codes Alberta sends out the notification to, but there is a list of ineligible one, so it's safe to assume that all other NOC codes are eligible. So the fourth criteria is CRS. Now minimum requirement for CRS here is 300, which is great. Fifth criteria is settlement funds. This is same exactly what you need in federal skilled worker category. Now the sixth criteria is to have intention to stay in Alberta. So to ensure this, when you create an Express Entry profile, select Alberta as one of the provinces you are interested in. Seventh criteria is for education, and the 8th one is for the language test. So for 7th and the 8th criteria, there is nothing defined on AINP website. But because this program falls under Express Entry, it's safe to assume that requirement for education, language test remain the same as what we have for federal skilled worker in Express Entry. Now let's look at the factors that increase your chances but are not mandatory. So the first point is to have a job offer or work experience in Alberta. Second is if you have completed any education in Alberta. Third point is to either have a parent, child, brother or sister who is a permanent resident living in Alberta or a Canadian citizen living in Alberta. As I mentioned earlier, these factors are not mandatory, but they increases your chance to get a PR. Now let's talk about how to apply under Alberta Express Entry stream. First step is to get your ECA done. Second is to take language test. Third is to make Express Entry profile. Fourth is once Alberta picks you from the Express Entry pool and you receive a notification of interest letter from Alberta, you must email a copy of the letter to AINP within 2 weeks of receiving it. You must also provide your Express Entry profile number in the email that you sent. AINP will confirm your information after they receive it. If you are selected to apply, they will send you an email requesting you to submit an application. Next step is to apply to the AINP portal. AINP will send you an email with a link of the portal. Until October 1st, 2020, all the application used to be paper-based, but now they have converted into online. Once you apply on the AINP portal, there is a checklist of documents that you need to follow. This is the same checklist that we talked about in our last video about Alberta Opportunity stream. Main difference between the documentation in AINP and federal skilled worker category is the letter that you have for your proof of work experience. In the proof of work experience letter for AINP, you also need to include education details. For example, if you are a software engineer, along with your roles, responsibilities, you also need to mention what did you study that makes you eligible to work as a software engineer. We don't have this requirement in FSW category. Once you have all the documents, you need to upload it in the AINP portal. Now since it is moved online, there is an application fee of $500 for all the applications. Once you have uploaded the documents, your file number would be available in the My Application page of the online portal. Officially, there are no processing time for Alberta Express Entry stream application. AINP has sole discretion on the order in which the application are assessed or if an application is assessed at all. If AINP accepts or decline your application, it will be notified via email. If it is declined, you can request for reconsideration. If your application is approved, you have 30 days to accept the nomination. in your online Federal Express Entry profile. Once you accept the nomination, IRCC may require you to provide a copy of this nomination certificate with your application for permanent residence. From here, the process is similar to what you have in Express Entry. So basically, you will receive an invitation to apply, which is also called ITA. So you have 60 days to collect all your documents and submit your application. Since you're already coming from AINP, you must be having all the documents, so it won't take you much time. Once you accept the nomination, it will add 600 points to your CRS score. Once you have all the documents, you need to apply for permanent residency on online Express Entry application platform and pay the application fee. Now you need to wait for IRCC to review your documents, and it might take up to 6 months or more. And if everything goes well, you get a passport request, which is also called as PPR. Now you have 1 year from your medical to land in Canada. Now let's look at the processing time for AINP. They do not have anything mentioned on the processing time in their website, but it generally depends on the number of nominations that are in the pool. In 2020, they have issued 3928 nominations. There is a table which shows past draw for Alberta Express Entry stream, and the last draw was on June 17th and the CRS was 303. So I hope I was able to explain how this program works. If you have any doubts or questions, you can let us know in the comment section. That's it for today's video. See you in the next vlog. Bye bye.